Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? This is Coach Get Funny back at it once again. Speaking about this gentrification topic, the number one issue in the black community. Because you ain't got no land to yourself and no place to stay, then what are you? You feel me? You ain't a people, just a citizen, ready for a vote. Anywho, this comes from the Detroit Metro Times, and it says Detroit seen the largest spike in rent among the big cities. This came out March 13, 2019. Freddie Evans and the family hung on until they no longer could. The tipping point came in 2017 when monthly rent on their minus one bedroom apartment in the Cass Corridor reached $1,000, nearly twice they've been paying 5 years ago. With a part-time janitorial job that pays $9.50 an hour, Evans was spending more than 70% of his paycheck on rent. For the next year, Evans, his fiancee, and a 4-year-old daughter bounced from homeless shelter to friend sofas to cheap, filthy, crime-ridden apartments in neighborhoods with a dismal city resources. Every day is a struggle, Evans, 54, says. I don't know what we're going to do. It's frustrating. Evans is far from alone. In America's most impoverished big city, the average rent has increased in a whopping 80.2% since July 2011, from $585 a month to $1,054 in February, according to Rent.com, which tracks apartment rates. That's the largest rent hike among the big cities. During the same period, median household income has been relatively stagnant at $27,000. Detroiters now spend a greater share of their income on rent than many other major cities. To put that in perspective, a family earning a median household income will have to spend 45.5% of their earnings on an average apartment. The federal government considers anyone spending 30% or more of their income to be rent burdened. In Detroit, about 60% of the apartment dwellers are rent burdened, the highest rate among the nation's big cities. The emphasis of the rent hike in a multifaceted, including public and private investments. Since 2013, the year Detroit filed for bankruptcy, the city has handed out hundreds of millions of dollars to wealthy developers for projects ranging from the Little Caesars Arena to Dan Gilbert Hudson Site skyscraper, which will be the state's largest residential high-rise. During that period, development built more than 3,000 apartment units since 2015, predominantly in the downtown, midtown, Courtown, Eastern Market, Lafayette Park, and the waterfront. Between 2010 and 2016, the population of the greater downtown has increased over 9,000 residents, the majority of whom will move from an area outside Detroit and were between the age of 18 and 34, according to the city report on the housing crisis. The demand is the drive for significant levels of new reconstruction. In those areas, thousands of longtime Detroiters have been displaced because they can afford the scaling cost of rent. To address the massive displacement, Mayor Mike Duggan began recruiting developments to carve out 20% of the housing units for people who live in the area medium income, or the AMI. That trouble is that the AMI is a federal statistic based on the median income of people living wages in Detroit, Warren, and Livonia metropolitan area, where the wealthier suburbs can drive the average of $48,000 for an individual. In Detroit, the median income is $27,000, or 72% lower than the metropolitan area. The income gap is so large that most of the new affordable housing units are off limits to 70% of Detroiters. Making matters worse, as many as 10,000 available home units are at risk of experiencing low-income housing tax credits. About half of them are in greater downtown. The Duggan administration is focused on providing affordable housing in neighborhoods where the city has been much slower than the rest of the nation to recover from the financial crisis a decade ago. Since then, more than 150,000 houses have been foreclosed because of delinquent taxes or mortgage frauds. That has created a surge in demand for rental units. To start with a pending housing crisis, Detroit is planning to develop a $250 million fund to reserve 10,000 existing affordable housing units and build an additional 2,000 more. Since 2014, the city has preserved or added more than 3,000 units of affordable housing. This fund will be used to preserve existing affordable housing and produce new affordable housing, including supportive housing and strengthening neighborhoods through investment in large-scale single-family subsidization projects. according to the city multifamily affordable housing strategy. During the city's State of the Union, Duggan said the plan was central in preserving the city where there's opportunity for anyone. Those who stay need to benefit, Duggan said. Well, this, like I said, the rent's being higher and he traded and then skipped up. And as you've seen, the person who's in charge of it, and they said his name, is Dan Gilbert. You know what I'm saying? Dan Gilbert, he's building the biggest skyscraper in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing stuff, they're really taking over and pushing the ball and running the state. They give him many tax breaks for just even building here. He's doing the same thing in Ohio too. But these are the people that's leading that gentrification that they don't want to bite their hand because they're getting paid off to say nothing. This go for your black leadership too. So we gotta fight, y'all. We gotta fight for our neighborhoods. This is Coach Get Funny saying peace. Keep your head up, and keep your head up and keep your head in a swivel. You know what I'm saying? This is going down. Peace.